Anyhow, we live. So pop in the chat there, let me see what's going on. Yeah. Just setting up. Good night, everybody. Hey, live chat pop one time. Chelsea, Liana, Jordan, Twinkle, everybody. Press like on the video one time, let the notifications go out. Sorry for taking so long. Today we're gonna do some maths. So the student hub is up right now. How much members do you have, boy? 240. So I'm just testing it with people from the channel and thing before after that advertise some more. Students from all over the Caribbean can use this. It's a forum. As I said on Instagram, no one can be told what the student hub is. You have to see it for yourself. So I'm actually going to make the invitation link. I'm going to put it here for you right now. So we'll start the exam in 5 minutes. So boom. Here's the link. Click on that. See if you can get through in 5 minutes. If you can't, you'll get through afterwards. I'll post back the link afterwards. Press like on the video. So that's for those who not yet in the student hub. A few of you all already been in the student hub. So we started like 2 minutes. In fact, we didn't really start yet. I'll be starting on the 5 minute dot, right? What's the scene? How things going? So the hub lit. The hub is very lit. I started the hub last night. I can't even count how much messages it have in the hub now. And good thing to it. Good thing. I'm in a class right now. Yeah, so 84 concurrent viewers. I'll press like one time. I'm gonna bring up this past paper, scroll up this past paper. So I'm now figuring out how to use this thing. I know understanding some of this shindaggle. Let's see if I can fix this window a little bit. Which window is this? Which one are you, my friend? Yeah, use this one. So make it a little smaller. Still more smaller. So we starting in 5 minutes. Just click on the link and organize on yourself. That little extra piece they don't need to be shown. Bring it down a little bit. That top part, you need that top part too. Yeah. Bring it down a little bit. Across. Just organizing up this thing here. I need to see all of that. So good night. We ain't starting yet. We starting in 5 minutes. I'm giving everybody a chance to come online. When you come online, press like on the video. We starting actually 2 minutes. 3 minutes probably passed already. How many minutes passed so far? So I dropped the link to the student hub there. I seen more people coming on. I seen people messaging me there, but I can't read them messages now. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. 103 concurrent viewers, 48 likes. We can work with that. I find we can take that very close to the amount of viewers. What is going on here? Press like on the video so that more people will get the notification. Alright, so we're doing a passive. Alright, so let me read this. I rate yesterday at best. Blessings. Up to say yellow. I think now Shana heal up so blessings. Things good. Looks like you're not going to FRSS. No, Antonio Lopez. So a few questions in that paper tripping me up. Right, we're gonna do it now. Big up, so just passing through blessings dial. Yeah, so we already do this one in my private online class. So then we just pass through and get some revision here. Is that waves I see? Waves? Anything is come now, anything is come and go. INGT. It's not part of the wave gang, but you know. Thing is just pop. If you're wet, you're wet. Good night, sir. Good night, sir. Always sir, passing through. Good night, sir. Good night. Good night. Heal up, everybody. You're posting this video, so yes, every video posting unless something drastic happens. Try setting a timer. Oh, makes sense. So I will do that. But you see, I move real erratic. With how our live streaming and thing. If you want to know for sure, yeah, to be on the student hub. So save this live, you no longer use Discord. Yeah, no more game. I hope Discord and make people feel to go back and play some games and things. Alright, let's go. What's happening at CXC? CXC, we still in limbo with CXC right now. So using a calculator, otherwise find the value of each of the following, give your answer to 3 significant figures. Let me get the answers for the first this first thing here, people. Let me get the answers for that. A sum of money is shared, a little ratio question. Let me get the answer to that. Let me get the answer. Let me get this first 4 marks popping very quickly, people. I'm gonna open up my calculator. I feel I need to use it a few times during this video. We're gonna move at top speed. You know, people let's be complaining afterwards. It takes so long. Thing, bam. Nice. I forget about shortcut to the calculator right there. Which one of these is the calculator? I don't know. So let's get some answers. So what is the student hub? No one can be told what the student hub is. You have to see it for yourself. So at the end of we already have about 250 now students on it. Once you're on this live, you'll get a link with at the end of this live. Add source. How we do this again, right? Sometimes my mind will just go blank. Not a good setting up. The one do a whole exam now, my mind went blank. Yup. All you see now, right? Nice. So we're getting answers. We're getting different answers. Some people getting 23.8, some people getting 27.8. So 23, you can just type this in straight into the calculator, and the calculator will do a little it will do the operation that matters the most first, which is the division. You see you're given us certain fractions here. We do that. We just press this. Do we want that? Find each and of the following, give the value. Give your answer to 3 significant figures. So you're getting 7 and 6. So your answer is 27.8. 27.8. What would be a good thing for me to do is to open up my solutions here. So, you know, if I make a mistake, I could always see it one time. What are the solutions? Is it this? 27.8. 27.8, right? Also, I could probably do less typing here, less writing here, unless I really have to. So, if you want this paper, it's in the student hub now. Like if you want the actual paper, it's in the student hub. Hey, the student hub will be, I don't see in the student hub will change the word. So this paper is in the student hub right now. So if you want this paper, why not showing the mouse? If you want this paper, the mock exams, it's in the student hub. It's based on the trends of all the recent exams, and I'll be doing more and making more available in the student hub for the CSEC maths too. So the answer is 27.8 to 3 significant figures. The answer for the second one, you all get it already, 17.7, because you're typing this into your calculator here, 95 divided by 3.7 minus 3.6 to be squared. Let's just see how we type that in the calculator. 95 over 3.1 minus 3.6 to be squared. Oh gosh, what happened? I'm watching that thing. I have to come out there. Minus 3.6. So this is the calculator I recommend there. I'll make sure and get on your hands on this calculator. Look up the brand name, order it from Amazon. I'm going to make a post with the student who's selling it. A student selling this, right? In Shogunas, for those who in Shogunas. So it's 17.7. Remember, you're going to 3 significant figures. Let me try and do this one for ourselves, not watch the answers. a sum of money shared between, hide the calculator. Hide the wrong thing. Hide the calculator. Boom. A sum of money shared between, I could get a little smaller. Right. A sum of money shared between Avinash, Peter, and Bernie in the ratio that Avinash received 60. How much was shared altogether? Yeah, so I did the answers one time, but if you don't want to see the answers, no, you can close your eye and go and at the end of this video, you'll get a link to the student hub and you can download it and do it back for yourself, you understand? So a sum of money is shared between Avinash, Peter, and Bernie in the ratio that Avinash received 60. So Avinash, are you seeing that? Are you seeing that? I don't know why it says you're seeing. I'm writing on the screen here itself. So people already get the answer, but I just want to make sure this here. Avinash got, what does man get away? 60. So the method to do this is to see how much parts is Avinash getting. So Avinash part is 2. So it means one part is 30. So if you want to find how much they get all together, you need to multiply by the total amount of parts. 8 by 30 is 240. Is that our answer? Here. Here. What am I doing? Here. 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 Alright. I still have much to learn. Still have much to learn. Is this a bug? Y'all just give me a second here to try and figure out this. Boom. I'm gonna hide this. That should. How about if I put this below? I had to figure it out on my own time. Oh, there you are. Alright, we just go through answers for now. But if you wanna get the paper, you could always look it up, right? So you can always join the student hub. So let's go through it quick. The table below represents the incomplete bill for a home during the start of the year. Alright, so this is something called meter reading. You'll press like on the video. This is the month meter reading, January, February, March. 1 kilowatt hour rental. Don't forget this rental fee. There's a fee that will happen every month. This is the kilowatt hours. What is an example of fixed cost on the bill? Answer that. So what is, let me get the answers to 1 and 2. Let's continue to play with this and I feel like I'm on the verge of a breakthrough. Yeah. Oh yes. So what is I was trying to do? I'm trying to get this to be the main man in the dance. Good. If I play it there now, and if I unclick that, what happens? We back to this, right? Right. If I click it again, what happens? We there, and you see the writing. I know I could fix that. Right. So the example of a fixed cost is the 30. I would write the meter rental equal $30. You know, the meter rental is the example. The 30 is the money you pay. I don't know. I write both. What is the total electricity bill for the month of January? So find the total electricity bill for the month of January. How are we going to do that? So let me see if this thing working now. Boom. And we're looking at the month of January. So you need to see how much. We not get it. But there's a will, there's a way. So you want to subtract here. Bring back up the calculator now. when I tell you any cutting edge of technology, oh my gosh. So you're subtracting now. You know why you're subtracting, right? Because this is the meter reading after, this is the meter reading after, and this is the meter reading before, because this is the meter reading when January done, this is the meter reading when January start. So you want how much was used. Forget all them small zeros and just do that, and this is how much. And you're multiplying this by the 0.4. Boom, you get the 422, but that's not the answer. So all who's saying 422, that's not the answer. All who's saying 452, what is the total electricity bill of the hood? That is the answer. 452. Why 452? You have to remember to add back the $30. Correct is right. And the last question is asking, so come off of this now. Hide back the calculator. Oh gosh. Scroll. What is an example? What is the total electricity bill? You do that. If the total bill for the month of February was this, right? A kind of backwards question. By the way, how much viewers we have? I really don't know how much we're dealing with. 144. Right. Tell the press like any video, everybody come on. If the total bill for the month of February was $350, what would be the new meter reading on March the 1st? So see if you all can do that one. If the total bill for the month of February was $350, what would be the new meter reading on March the 1st? So you have to do a little bit of backwards working there. So you're gonna have to take away the $30, because this is the fixed rate, so you have to take that out. So you're getting 320. Then you want to divide the 320 by the 0.40. You catch where I'm going? What that will tell us? That will tell us how much kilowatt hours was used. But that is not the final answer. So that's not the final answer. After you get the how much kilowatt hours was used, the part that most students miss out is the add back. You want to add back a whole lot. You have to add back the how much was used onto this number here, and give them back the extra zeros too. Now, so you put 0000 and put whatever number it is. So now you see what number we get in there. Scroll. And if you have the solutions too, I'll post both the solutions and the mock exams on the student hub, on the hub. After this live, I'll go online on the hub too. Always on the hub now. So those who are getting this was correct, because you subtract the 30, you get this. You divide by 0.4, that's a kilowatt usage, you get this. Whole meter reading plus the usage for the month, you get that. Alright, so well done, Tiana. Yeah, the add back part is a C. Alright, so let's go on to the next question. So that's the end of question 1. All question 1s will be 9 marks. So this is like a strange question 1 in a way. Bringing some things that didn't pop yet, but that could pop, like ratio and meter reading, that came like when you check the timeline. So in doing these mock exams will really help you to prepare if you're looking to get the merit, or if you're just looking to pass. Like whether you're a student who's struggling to pass and you're looking to pass, or whether you're a student who on top of things with the one by looking to get the merit, doing the mock exams will help make sure you have everything covered. So this is just some straight up substitution. So I'm not going to really, I'll just watch the answers for this. We'll talk about this. I'll give me the answers. So if A is equal to 5, B is equal to 4, C is equal to -3, you know, they like to bring some little easy thing in question 2 and then hit you some hard things at the end. Yeah, the student, how on Discord? Solve the above inequality. So you're going through the inequality here. Just need to look out for this negative sign, because you bring across the 14, right? Wait, now I could scratch here. Or I could highlight. I'm going to unleash all kind of powers on them here. Stop that. I don't know what I'm doing. Sign, fill and sign. Oh, okay. No, I don't want to do that. Sign, that's what I say. Where do you annotate? Edit text and message images. We can figure it out just now. So, whoa, look at 32. So we're getting 32 here. For the next one, you're getting B4A minus C, 5 minus 8 squared, 64 by, it's a big number, 256, right? Alright, so let's go on with this one now. Solve the above inequality. Negative 2x is less than 8. Bring across the 14, divide by negative 2. Somebody living in the past. If you're seeing that you're writing answers to old things, press refresh. You might have to wait a while till you reach up to this part in the video for it to hear to press refresh. But press refresh if you want to catch up to the top of the video. I'm highlighting all kind of thing here. Also, that's what I'm doing. Take off that. Alright. I don't want to highlight these things though. I want to annotate. What is this? With that. Protect. So I'm waiting for some answers. Fill and sign. I don't do none of them things. I know it have a way to scribble on PDF so on a PDF viewer. So some people getting the sign the wrong way. Remember your sign need to switch it. That sign need to switch it wrong. When you divide by a negative number, what's the solution? So yes, you get 32. Yes, you get 256. But this one, when you're bringing across the negative 2 in your working, two negative signs, changing the direction of the inequality sign when divided or multiplying by a negative number. So you're supposed to get 3. So, not 3, 3. Like I shouldn't have done. So don't forget to swap these signs, boy. You can just lose your marks. And then they're asking you something. If x is a member of z, what is z earlier? What is z? What does z stand for? What is the smallest possible value of x? Hey, I leave that x like that. What is the possible value of x? If x is a member or belongs to the set of z, so what does z stand for? All kind of thing happening in the student. Hey, they're supposed to be on the stream here, right? Upcoming live streams we outside. Right, so Scotty, well done. Add reaction. Boom. Nice that. 4. It must z is at a tiny alphabet. So z is integers here. What is the smallest possible value of x? So remember, let's go through solutions. X must be greater than 3. So x must be more than 3. It cannot be equal to 3. So it has to be that the smallest possible integer value is 4. This sounds kind of ridiculous, but if you know how popular this question is, like anytime you see inequalities, they'll either make you draw a number line and the end of the inequality, or they'll ask it this kind of question. Like, what is the smallest integer? What is the largest integer? Next thing, the inequality sign facing the other way. Next thing, that x is less than 3, they'll ask you what the largest integer could be. And it'll be 2 this time, if you understand where I'm coming from. V squared is equal to, okay, that's the next thing. So v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as. Make u the subject of the formula. Run through with that, people. Run through with that. Sammy, fun saying CXE, push back. I didn't hear that news yet. I'm gonna check my student chat, my teacher's chat. So I have this group. We have this group on Facebook with nearly 7,000 teachers. I think it's more than that. I have this Caribbean group with a lot of teachers too. And then there is my school group. Posting all kind of legal notice and all kind of thing. I see no what this legal notice is about. Public health, la 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 la. No, it's some coronavirus legislation. So your answer is u is equal to the square root, long square root sign, v squared minus 2as. When you rearrange this now, first manner of business would be to get this across here, which means it will be negative 2as, and then you need to get the square root. Don't forget the square root. Now do the next question. So that is unconfirmed. That is unconfirmed. See, the CSEC pushback, the last thing I heard was the same thing we're hearing for the last week, that they're monitoring the situation, right? Chances are it could get pushback if the virus keep increasing. Using a ruler and pencil, blah, 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 draw and construct, well, you could, I'll just give you like how I do this, right? Using a ruler and pencil and a pair of compass, construct the isosceles. Now it's an isosceles triangle, and it just give you AB and the length of the two other side. So in other words, it's like A to B, and this part here make it the isosceles triangle, right? This is C. So this is the isosceles triangle there. So what you're gonna do is measure the 7, draw a straight light line. So let me put in a lightish color. A straight light line. Then you take the compass. I draw the compass marks in red. You stick the compass at the center, then you make a dash. That curve must be your 7. So you would have measured that as 7. So now this is your 7. And now this is exactly what you want to do it. You're going to open the compass, that same compass, you're going to open it to 8. And you're going to stick it back in here and draw an arc somewhere up there. An arc. And then you're going to stick it back here and draw an arc somewhere up there with the same 8. Where the both of them smash, that is going to be your point. Well, you're supposed to kind of hit the point, right? Problems out here. I skip a question, but okay, I can swing back to that question just now. So construct the line. So boom. So this is 7. This is 8. This is 8. You're putting your A, B, C. You don't want to draw a nice triangle and most marks because you don't know how to annotate your triangle properly, or dimension, or label, as the case may be. So then you scroll back up. So why is in the chat if you understand how to do this? If you don't understand how to do construction, the videos, the short form videos that I have on construction in the channel is like gold. Just search Kerwin Springer construction and practice that. Release. So now let's find the question that I skipped. Oh, hence how do I find the value of u? So I mean it's substitution, right? Nothing big. Scroll back up. Right. So hence how do I find the value of u? Values, it should be values because it has 2 values. Let me show you why. When you substitute here for u, you gain all of this, you gain all of that, you gain the square root of 25. The square root of 25 is plus or minus 5. You understand? So plus or minus the square root of 25. So if they say value or values, is I wrote this, so really and truly you should have values there. So values, let me write that correction. Values. Maybe there's something to write with it. Values. Boom. Next question. Are you ready for the next question? If you're ready for the next question, right? Next question. Construct the line CM. Oh, we back to this thing. Shucks, and I exit out. Resume. Okay. Resume. Hey! Right, so we get back. So you want to draw this line CM. Now this is a little trick that is coming all the time. CM, you're seeing C up there, right? Where M lies on AB such that angle CMB is 90 degrees. What? So M is on AB. So let me show you, indicate where M should be. You already vibes in that M is somewhere around here, so right in the center. This is the perpendicular bisector kind of thing. So there's one way to do this. There's 2 ways to do this, but this is the way I recommend to do this all the time. We don't know where M is, but we know where C is. So you're going to bring your compass here now and open it out to a length that it could make an arc like this. Well, like this. So like it will make this whole circle there now. So boom. That is your compass did that just now. Then Trump test positive, he said he test negative. Then you come here, and come here, and you get 2 more points. Now I need a red for that. Red. And in other words, you're bisecting. You're bisecting. You need to learn how to do this. I do it in a short video on YouTube. Come here now, make an arc. Come there, make an arc, and slice down the middle there. You just constructed the line CM. Check the news. All right, let me check the news. Now, that would be, it wouldn't be funny, but it would be interesting if Trump is positive. Trump, all kind of thing trending on Twitter. No, that is fake news. The test negative. All right, so the diagram below shows the triangle. Obvious. Well, that's what he said. The test, right? The diagram below shows the triangle LMN. There it is. What are the coordinates of L? Give me the coordinates of L there, people. The triangle LMN undergoes a reflection in line y is equal to 6 to produce the image L. How we say that? L dash, M dash, N dash. You see prime, double prime, and prime. I forget how we used to see that. Let me use the word prime for now. L prime, M prime, and N prime, right? I see some teachers saying dash. So we get the coordinates of L, which is 3, 3, and we want to reflect it in the line. Chavi, you could stop making that noise, boy. We want to reflect it in the line y is equal to 6 to produce that. So what you want to do is scroll up, boom, and draw a little line y is equal to 6. Let's draw the line in red just so we can see it. But don't go and use a red ink and think when you people them thing. Use a nice little pencil, humble yourself. So you want to draw your whatever it's called that, your axis of reflection, your whatever, right? The line that you're reflecting anything in. So please post the solution on the hub. Yeah, posting the solution on the hub one time after the video. Then you want to come 1, 2, 3. Come this way, 1, 2, 3. So this is a point there. Then you could go up this line and see how much blocks we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 and 6 is 12. So this is a point there. Well, the other one obviously is up here. We cooking with gas. Doom, dam, swoop, zap, zoom. Alright, so that's really. Draw a line parallel to the x-axis at y equals 6 thing, L complement. Nah, I wouldn't use that with it. I wouldn't use complement. M and N, right? So we have that. Next. I know it have a next little trick that I could do with this thing here that I still ain't doing too, but hopefully I need to use that trick yet. On the diagram above, draw that triangle L, M, L prime, M prime, N prime is then translated horizontally by 6 units and vertically by -2. Pay attention to the -2 units to a new image there. On the diagram above, draw that. So you 6 across 2 down. I mean 6 across 2 down. And at the end of the question, 6 across 2 down. So let me resume where it was. 6 across 2 down. 6 across 2 down. Everybody had to take that, right? So you can do it. You can do it by watching like here and seeing that this is on 3. So 6 across will send it to 9. And then 2 down. So everybody going to do a kind of thing. So Um, does that end up there? Oh, you're supposed to state the coordinates too. That's part of the question. And your new going to be right here. So, hey, humble yourself now, boy. Oh yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best. It's not my best work. It's not my best work. Alright, I make it a little better there. But you can understand what's going on. Yeah, on the student hub. So if you was on the student hub and you didn't check out the CSEC maths thread, you miss out that. You could have do that. You could have well do a whole mock exam this morning. What going on? Anyhow, come out of that. We have to state the, always watch back on these questions. The next thing they ask is to state the coordinates and you just forget at 2 marks. You just forget at 2 marks, right? So, alright, this kind of inverse thing. Find the value of k, the constant of proportionality. This is variation. And so otherwise determine the values of a and b. So, Alia, rush this question. Rush this question. I have a question. Okay, I now see a question. Go ahead and ask a question. Don't say I have a question. Just ask a question. What time did the live start? Maybe. Why I see this again? 37 minutes ago. What don't you understand? You're not allowed in this chat, in this channel, to say you don't understand. You're not allowed to say, look, guess now I'm going to clarify what I mean. You're not allowed to say repeat, say do over the whole thing. You're not allowed to say I have a question. You have to ask something specific. So if you don't understand, ask why is this like, you understand? That's the rules we play in my out here. Can I go to the bathroom? Go ahead. No. No, and she just went and you know the life was gonna start. Or like a school out, so you just need somebody to tell you to go to the bathroom right now. You're holding that up since last week. You called me after this, okay. I'm waiting for answers. A is 60 and B is 5. Ren just give me some answers. How to join the student hub? I'll leave the link after the live. We're halfway through. So I had the link at the start of the live too, but I don't want to get distracted right now. So what I'm trying to do, scroll down here. How are we doing this? So what you're going to do is establish the constant of proportionality. P varies inversely to Q. So P varies inversely to Q. That's how you write that. So P is equal to K over Q. So therefore, if I rearrange this, I will get K is equal to PQ, which is this by that, which is 420. So 420 is the value of K. So the 420. Any questions there? Now if you're getting problem with variations, or remember this is a whole past paper. I can't explain every topic all the way down. Otherwise we might take about 20 hours, 10 hours, right? Between 10 or 20 hours to explain each topic, to teach each topic. But fortunately for you, most of the topics I have videos for on YouTube already. This one is one of them. So this topic is called variation. I went through past papers question. Most of the past paper questions I went through. Variation. So look up variation and learn how to do this. And so otherwise determine the value of A and B. So A, because remember, this is always going to be using this formula now. And now that we know, it's like we find out the secret essence of the variation concave. And we're going to use that to find out A and B now, because we could just say all the time P is equal to, I don't need to write this. I can show you this. So scroll. Let's see how the diagram should look, right? Something like this. I'll make the solutions available on the student hub so you can do the paper on your own time and then go through the solutions. Then you see how the CM comes out. Then you see this transformation there. Then with some slight explanation. Then alright, so we're doing the PQ thing here. P is equal to K on Q. That should be a capital K. And this should be a capital P and a capital Q. Capital K, P, Q. Not K. This should not be a capital K. I was wrong. K is the constant of proportionality. That's common, right? And K is 420. So chemistry tonight, right here. We're trying to do a little chemistry afterwards. It depends on, you know, it depends. And 7 is, right. So hence, we already find the secret. We already find this formula here. And we know the value of K. So I can just substitute for K, substitute for P, because where I'm getting this P from here, 7. That was given, right? And I'd be able to find out what A is. Just do everything slow, remember? Alright, I want to know 2. Yeah, so those who not on the student hub, at the end of the video, I will just tell anybody who asks that, right? Who just pop in. Press like on the video. From B is equal to 420 over 84. This is the same thing, but just remember B is here now. B is in the P spot. So B is in this spot, and you substitute the 84 here, and you substitute the 420 up here, and you get 5, and you get 60. So people already felt out them answers so long ago. So let's look at the next question. The equation of a straight line is this. Determine the gradient of the line, determine the coordinates where the line intercepts both axes. Let me get some answers there. Let me get some answers. So you do physics? Yeah, physics is my home, dog, my homes. We do physics last night. Where you come from? We do physics on a live last night. We do transformers last night. So that's waiting on some answers, people. You want to see why it is people talking so much about it? So we currently have threads on maths, POB, Ad Maths, IT, Chemistry, Geography, POA, Economics, English, A and B, and Office Admin. Office Admin stand out, they're like, whoa, don't forget about me. Whoa, somebody just share a lot of notes in POB there. Memes and news. I will go through this one of these. So 1/3 is the gradient, yes. And why is 1/3 the gradient? Because you have 3y equal x minus 9. This is not in the gradient intercept form. This is not in the y equal mx plus c form. So you need to get rid of that 3. And you'll have y is equal to x minus 9, everything divided by 3. So you can think of like this is a third and this is over 3. Understand? So the gradient here is a third. That is correct. And the next part now, determine where the line intercepts the both axes. You substitute x equals 0, you substitute y equals 0. Yeah, the x. I see no answers for that yet. You're all geniuses, man. So Soraya, what you want to do is go back and do the paper by yourself now, without watching the solutions. Then watch the solutions, try and figure out why. Anything you don't understand, go through the topics. That's how you have to do it now. A lot of it, as I say, a lot of people come to my private classes and online lessons and things, and the first thing they expect is, right, this man highly recommended, this big reputation, he going to just send the maths into my brain. I just need to sit back and just let this maths hit my brain. But it doesn't work, so you start to do you start to fight it by yourself. You start to fight it by yourself. In fact, I learned from the past that breaking it down too much is make students weak. So all you want to do is explain it very clearly and very properly, and then you want them to discover it themselves. Understand what I'm saying? Otherwise, because maths is a thing, these questions will never remain the same. You will never see these questions again. You will see the topic and you will see the ideas again. So if I explain the question itself and I'm helping you, what I need to do is get you to learn the ideas. And that would only come from pushing. I don't get the second part. So determine the coordinates of 3y is equal to x minus 9 intercepting. Alright, so I'm going to show you from the answers, and if that not working, I will must do it over and explain it, right? So let me know. I'll add some y's in the chat or something. So this is in the form y equal to mx plus c when we divide everything by 3, right? So we get that and we get m is equal to 2. Now determine the coordinates. Okay, I didn't really explain how I get this one. The coordinates of the y-intercept. Remember the y-intercept is this number here. Well, not that number, more like this number when you get in the y-intercept form. Y equal mx plus c. Where you feel c is the y-intercept. C is the number on the y-axis where this line is going to pass through. So if the line was like this, gradient of a third, so something like this, this is -3. And that coordinate there is 0, -3, because I mean it's an intercept, so the x value would be 0. So this one is very easy to find. The y-intercept, the coordinates of the y-intercept would be 0, -3, brother man. -3 because you see a negative here, right? Not so? That talking sense? Yeah, it was negative. So Manohar no, I'm not sending emails. So if you're on the mock exam, I'm going to put the website, the forum where you can get it on right at the ending of the live, right? We reach question 5 or something, 4, 5, I don't know. So that's that. That's the y-intercept. So they come out of that. The x-intercept, a little more tricky, nothing too hard, but you need to substitute y equals 0. So you need to put 0 here or 0 here. It don't matter which one you use. And then find the value of x. X will turn out to be 9. So when you rearrange this, you get, bring across the 3, it turns to +3. Multiply everything by 3 to get rid of the third, you get 9. Why is in the chat if you understand that? So can you do a video on inverse proportion and constant? My teacher never taught us this. 5 minutes ago I said I have videos on that already. I have like 2 pre-edited short form, very easy to watch, like you know them short videos, you can just watch it and learn fast. I have that, and I have live long videos explaining it out and things too. So it there. Type it in, search. I realize that too, boy. I hear make IT simple, TP complain about the same thing. A lot of students come here and ask for things like I post yesterday, you know, or like a post, you know, it there. You just need to type it in and search. So before you ask for something, search. See now, I see too much ends. You lost me, but I'ma get it. Alright, so all the people who saying ends, where's the problem? What you don't understand? Explain, don't say everything. Which part of it you're struggling to grasp? So let's take a little longer on this and show like the graph and thing. X equal 9, 0, alright. So this and this are the 2 intercepts on the axis, because this is the y-axis. I just know how the line is based on the answers already, right? But I'm just using this to explain. The way to find out the answer to this one is by like you're watching the equation, y equal mx plus c. This number here is the number there. That is what that is in the y equal mx plus c. And that number here was What was the number? -3. You can check back up. You can check back in the video if you're watching it after. So this number here was -3. So it means that the coordinate is 0, -3, because the x value must be 0, because this is 0, right? So this is 0. Now this one, you're trying to get the y value, which is 9, I put in the answer, and the x value is 9, and the y value must be 0, because it's on the x-axis. That's how it works. So how did we get the 9 here? We need to actually substitute the value of y is equal to 0 in the equation, because at that point y is equal to 0. So you could go, this equation looking a little weird. If you want, you could go back up and substitute it into this equation, and you'll get even faster, because if you put 0 here, 3 by 0 is 0, and x minus 9, bring across the 9 here, just get 9. Once you get the answer 9 here, you cook in the Graphical gas. Yeah. Why are we putting x is equal to 0? Because at the y-intercept, x is equal to 0. If you remember, this is basic, this is plotting points. So if you're struggling with this, it's showing that that piece of work that you're doing form 2, you learn how to plot points, you need to revise that. So let me show you what I mean. Any point along here, what do you think is the coordinate of any point along here, people? This is like 0, 5, this is like 0, 4, this is like 0, whatever, 2, this is like 0, -2. The x value is always 0 on that line. And what do you think is the coordinates of any point here? This is like 3, 0, so like 5, 0. This one is like 8, 0. The y value at any point along the line is always 0. That is how we get in the 0. Explain why the y is 0. I just do that, right? So, alright, let me see something. Let me check the y's and n's now. Y's in the chat if you understand that. If you don't, ask a question, but I like how people asking the question now. This is giving me something to work with, so I can explain along. Alright, whilst I'm waiting on that, you know, there's like a 10 to 15 second delay. Back out, let's scroll down, let's see what's next. What's next? Find the equation of the line perpendicular to 3y. So you want a line that's perpendicular to this line, but passing through the origin. So how do we do that? Perpendicular lines, there's a relationship in the gradient. There's a relationship in the gradients of perpendicular lines. Yeah man, I see the likes climbing up. New people, press likes, press like on the video. Bring back up that. No. I don't want that to come up. Minimize that quickly. Boom. You're destroying something nearby. Each children of mine. What paper is this? This is the mock exams from the Student Hub. You will get it. The link to the Student Hub at the end. So the gradients related via this here. Like if one gradient is m2, like the second one, the next gradient is going to be -1 over m1. So what we say is the negative inverse, so the negative reciprocal. DJ Kevin Songs know it thing. So like if one gradient was, what's the gradient? A third, the next gradient will be -3. Now people watching this and giving me some answers that kind of fishy, yeah, right? People saying -1. Remember it have a 3 here. Have a 3 there. You had to get rid of this 3. You had to use what we had from before. Let me show you. Back to the solutions. Remember, this is the equation of the line. Not this. This is the question. I mean, this is the equation of the line too, but it's not in the gradient intercept form. So 1 is not the gradient here. Only you learn that if you're seeing x by itself is 1. But yes, 1 is not the answer here because you have to divide by this 3, so it's actually a third. So I'll tell you that I get the fake with this question. You see that? I'll tell you that I get the fake. So the real gradient is -3. And once again, I can get the answer one time. Why is it equal to -3x? Guess why I can get the answer one time? Because they say passing through the origin, so it have no plus c to go and figure out for. You understand what I'm saying? Normally, when you find the gradient and you have a point, you need to use this equation. Use this equation. Y minus y1 equal m into x minus x1. Or some people will use the y equal mx plus c. Substitute the gradient, substitute the point, find c, and then come back and write the equation. I don't like that method. I just use this equation here. And I have this. So all I need to look up is coordinate geometry, Cohen-Springer. What is the important thing to know? Like if you're middling in maths, like if you're like between a 3 and a 4, maybe a 2 sometimes, maybe a 5 on a bad day. If this is you in maths, you need to start to learn what are the topics. This topic is coordinate geometry. So now you know what to go and find on my channel. Cohen-Springer coordinate geometry. Look up what CXC tests and coordinate geometry. From what country is the accent? I will leave you to figure that one out. Although somebody in chat might bust it just now. So yeah, this is the equation here. Y equal, even if you use the y minus y1 equal m into x minus x1, you will realize that you're going to get this. Because you'll be substituting 0 here and 0 there. Because remember, it passes through the origin. The origin means it comes through 0, 0. And you found the gradient to be negative reciprocal, which is negative 3. So it's just this, and just that's the answer. Add maths mock exams. Now I do some add maths past paper. Because right now I'm preparing CSEC mock exams now. Remember, it's only one of me. I think some people need to remember this. It's just one of me. Like if you all have add maths mock exams that of good quality, and I feel like going according to the syllabus, I'll see if I can fit that in. Otherwise, I might just do AdMaths past papers. AdMaths crash course is in the weekend, between the first and second week in the holidays, that kind of weekend there. If you want to sign up for that, I was paying all this number here, 1-868-790-8813. Sign up, do your thing, join up, have fun. So if you want to look for the number, just go on my Instagram at Cohen-Springer and scroll. Peter measure the height in centimeters, your WhatsApp in that number. Peter measure the height. Is that the end? That's the end? That's the end. Reach question 5. So in the statistics part of the exam, somebody say Trinidad already. Trinidad. You from the Z-Tech family. So Peter measured the height in centimeters of the class, 5.1. There were 32 students in the class, so this is 32 numbers here, and the heights are recorded. There's an error in this question, nothing big, nothing big. I think here somebody pointed out, instead of marks, yeah, because when I was writing this, thinking about marks, but it's supposed to be centimeters here. We had to draw a graph, agreed. So complete the frequency table below to show the data. So I'll have to fix up that table for me. I'm going to scroll out. Hopefully y'all can still see everything. Yeah. So fix up that table. That's not going to be fun. Is there any chances that someone who doesn't understand maths will likely pass CSEC maths? What kind of question is that? I have a question. Love Mando. Her name something like suspicious, but like I'm frightened to say go ahead and ask the question. I'm frightened. You know, I didn't have to ban nobody in 3 days or so. So try and wait, somebody done have the answers. The pack. You do the paper, you probably from the group. I take any answers in brother. Let me see if this is the correct answer. 8, 12, 4, 2, 1. Yes, that is correct. So right. 8, 12, 4, 2, 1. Now the proper way to do this, like if you're looking at, the proper way to do this is always cross out. So you start crossing out and see who in who, so that, I think I do one like this yesterday on physics. Can I go to the bathroom? Yes, go ahead, have a bathroom break. You might have a little bathroom break after we finish the stats question. So complete the frequency table, we do that. And the next part of the question is, Peter plans to measure the heights. How can calculate the standard deviation So this is what they can ask in standard deviation. Failure, take with you. That's not even funny. Yeah, boy. I must agree there. You know, I am the epitome of stale jokes. You just need to watch a few of my videos, you know. But your levels was very low there. So this how can calculate the standard deviation of both classes help in analyzing the data? So CXC can ask you about standard deviation. Now they wouldn't ask you the calculations involving standard deviation. Very likely they would not ask you the calculations involving standard deviation. I see that in the syllabus. The syllabus say, but you should know what standard deviation does, and you should be familiar with the process of standard deviation. So, as a teacher, I show my children, my students, how to do the standard deviation, and I tell them, all right, now you understand how we do it and what it's for. Now you'll be able to answer the question. So, standard deviation really tells you how far the spread, you want to use that word, the spread. And I'll be explaining this in more in depth in the maths crash course. I have it explained on YouTube already too, I think. So you might have to look through. Like in the 8-hour video that I do, I have it explained there. So the standard deviation explains the spread of the data. In other words, for visual learners, like if your data was like between 1 and 100, right? Like max. And you see something like this. This tells you that the students get marks all over the place. So even though the mean mark maybe was like about 50 or whatever, it had students scoring 100, it had students scoring 0. It was spread. It's a wide spread. But if you see something like this, what does this tell us? 0, 100. It tells us even though we have the same mean, the data is more tight together. So this standard deviation, let me just use a random number. This standard deviation might be like 3, and not 3, like about, yeah, let's say 5. And this standard deviation might be 10. The one with the higher standard deviation has a wider spread. So the standard deviation tells us how spread apart the data is. So how can calculating the standard deviation of both classes help in analyzing the data? Let's go to the solutions. The standard deviation will tell how heights for the class are spread out relative to the mean height. A low standard deviation means that most of the numbers are close to the average. A high standard deviation means that the numbers are more spread out. Memorize this. Memorize this. This is basically all you need to know on standard deviation. You might just need to change the word from classes to whatever it is in the exam. The chances of this coming in your exam is very, very, very high. Take it from me, right? The chances of using this piece of knowledge is high. It came, I think, last year May. Think. Is last year May or the year before May? So it's good. The chances of this coming is pretty high. Determine the range of the heights of class 5.1 from the data. So the range is the lowest minus the highest. Highest data value minus the lowest data value. When you're doing the range though, you want to use the midpoint. Now, they say from the raw data. So if they say from the raw data, we're safe. You just go up here and you look for the highest value and you look for the lowest value. The raw data was given. Range is highest minus lowest. Why is in the chat? If you understand that, I need to make sure everybody's staying up and alive. What's the time? 8:29. How much people online? 175. What the numbers rising? I can't see how much people are online here. Maybe I should open this a little bit. So I will not be going between 3 screens. Right. Nice. Great. So everything looking good here. So memorize that definition that I just gave this definition here. This whole solution will be made available in the student hub. So you just need to I'll give you the link to the student hub. Those who in the chat at the end of the class. Determine the range of height, we just do that. What's the probability? So after every statistics question is come and just slap with a probability question at the end. And maths coming in a timing. So they'll slap you with a probability question. So what's the chances of students in class 511 being taller than 170? Watch how we're going to work this, right? You're going to add up how much students is taller than 170. Number of students taller than 170, we're using the raw data. 6 students. So this is the number of desired outcomes. And you're going to put that over the total possible outcome. So this is 6 over 32. I know some of you all in amazement right now because you're accustomed seeing my frog-like handwriting. So all these clean numbers and things must be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know how to understand these left numbers. Anyhow, when you do this, your probability could be expressed as a fraction, could be expressed as a decimal, it could be expressed as a percentage. Usually you will say put it as a percentage. If not, you're supposed to get any one of that correct. Fraction, decimal, or percentage. 6 over 32. Break it down now. Break it down for them. Break it down for them. Using a scale of 1 cm to 5 centimeters. So some little typos here. Centimeters on the horizontal axis and 1 cm to represent 1 student on the vertical axis. Draw a frequency polygon. So your frequency polygon should look like this. Make sure you close it off. You extrapolate down to 0. This wasn't drawn to the proper scale, was it? I don't know if it was drawn to the proper scale. I just ripped this off of somewhere. I did this up on a computer program and then pull it and screenshot it. So maybe you should do one to the proper scale. You know, drawing these graphics take 10 years. So, Olio, take your water break while I'm doing this graph. I don't even know why I'm doing this graph. Why am I doing this graph? Actually, I don't think I could do the graph in this mode that I'm in right now. Alright, let me explain. The frequency polygon must be used, calculate, because there's some things to learn here. The frequency polygon must be used with the midpoints. The histogram and the cumulative frequency is used with the upper class boundaries. So we're using the midpoint. So you're getting like 130 and 139. Add that up. Divide by 2. 134.5. Using your midpoints. You're using your midpoints, right? We'll verify that one. I don't know why I'm feeling insecure about that right now. Frequency polygon is the midpoint. Histogram is the uppercase boundary. Cumulative frequency. By the way, I have all of this on YouTube videos, so just look up frequency polygon. Graph at a drawing pen? No, graph drawing in pencils. Hello, blessed. Is this for Caribbean students alone? I mean, you could come in, but it's based for CSEC exams. You could still learn the maths is maths, but and good luck trying to understand my accent. I mean, Caribbean people don't understand each other's accents generally. But I mean, if you step out of the diaspora to try and understand my accent might be a scene. I remember hearing people complain about that from other places already. Yeah, so frequency polygon, we're using the midpoint. Midpoints. So you would come now, well, let's see right now. This, you would come now, I would come and amend this table just for kicks, you know. I forget what the numbers was, 12 something. and put in the midpoint. Or I might just write it in here. So 134, where was it? 134.5. I'll put in all the midpoints. That is what we're going to use when we plot in the graph. So that's how that look. And then I go there, and then I can do it again. Oh, all right. That's how that works. Yeah, I just learning this new technique here right now, right about now. So when you come here and you plot in the graph, they said 5. Well, they meant to say 5 cm or whatever. When you come here and you plot in the graph, what you're looking for is 134.5. You also would be looking for 124.5. The reason you want to look for this one is that's the one you want to use to bring it down to 0. Take a look at my graph again. Take a look at my graph again. It's kind of hard to see in the graph because I didn't really use the scale that they say to use, right? But you see how I use the 124.5. Then this is the 134.5, which is 1. The 144.5 was 4, 8, 12, thing. And then I go one higher because this was the highest reading. But I go one higher just to close it up now to make a nice little polygon. Right? So that they would see that you know what a polygon is. Although in CSEC they did leave a polygon open. If I'm not mistaken, they did leave a polygon open. You might see it in YouTube video that I do in one of the past papers. They gave you the polygon and I think it was open. So however, you know, CSEC, I mean, people is humans behind it, right? And humans can make mistakes. How can calculating we do that, we do that, at the end of that, collect marks, go with. So this is a style of question which is common recently where they're using volumes and you might get internal radii, internal diameters, find the volume, how much water in the tank, them kind of thing. So 2 styles of tank can be built to contain wastewater from an industrial company. Tank A is in shape of cylinder, tank B, blah, 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 blah. By assuming the thickness to be negligible, so we are assuming the water taking up the whole shape, right? Determine which one of the tanks can hold more liquid, the external surface area of the tank. So you're finding the volume of this and the volume of that. Go ahead and find the volume, please. Let's get some volumes quickly. Kajim is your name? Crooks. I hear already AdMaths video, bro. AdMaths will come eventually. Those who want to make sure they're inside for like a full course, just sign up for the crash course. The AdMaths crash course is 400 TT. The Maths crash course, 200 TT. Pure Maths crash course, 400 TT. So you need Pure Maths, Maths and AdMaths have a designated crash course for. The others will just be coming like physics chem and just be doing that on the channel randomly for free. And Maths and AdMaths will be doing that on the channel randomly too. Like I'm doing some maths here for free. And I already have. You could sit down and watch for days. And days. And days. I have one video that's 8 hours on this channel. You could sit down and watch maths for days. Right? So remember to search the topic. Remember to search the topic. And if you join the Student Hub, you would see all the different YouTube channels that have with different subjects and things. The channels that I didn't even know, and I always be prowling YouTube looking for different people and things. So we will get tank B to be 136. So we're using pi r squared by h. And people getting tank B to 136 and tank. Which one is tank A and which one is tank B, right? That wasn't labeled. Tank A is the cylinder, right? And tank B is this. So this is tank A, tank B. So people do the tank B very quickly with the length by breadth by height. And tank A is pi r squared by h. Oh, you mean the AdMaths videos? Yeah, I don't have much AdMaths videos, that is true. I have some live videos. But your best bet to see that sign up to the crash course. Or wait till around April, a little after April, I'll be coming down on the AdMaths a little harder. And the Pure Maths, Unit 1 that is. And let's look at what we're getting for this. Now I think there's some discrepancies here. So the volume of this was LBH, length by breadth by height, which is 136, which is what people getting. And this one was 398.8 to 1 decimal place. And the volume with 1 there. So 1 decimal place. How you all getting 99.7? Pi r squared by h. Pi r squared by h. Let me just double check that. 3.14 times 4.2 squared times 7.2. Yeah. So then you draw 398. Let me pull out my calculator there. Earlier. Anytime you pull out make me pull out the calculator. Anytime you make me pull out the calculator. So what are we looking at? 3.14 multiply. I don't even know what they do. 4.2. Forget the squared maybe. Multiply by. This is why I need this calculator. This calculator is natural display. Oh, they're correct. I made a mistake. And watch me telling them when I pull out the calculator, no kind of talks. This 4.2 should be on 2. They correct, Ali, they correct. To b squared. The radius to b squared. I feel like I'd correct this mistake though. This must be not the final version. Which means the first time I do my own exam, I would not get 100% because I make a mistake right here. So, right? So 4.2 is the diameter. Well done, well done, well done. I made a mistake. You know, students love to see teachers make mistakes. For some reason, you know, that is a statistic. When students respond positively, when a teacher say, I made a mistake. Let's just make them feel warm and fuzzy inside. I don't know why bringing down teachers out here. Alright, so 4.2 divided by 2 squared. When you press equal, you get 99. That's a big problem here. Big problem. 99.7. 99.7. So you need some. I wanted to see who paying attention. Yes, man, I take the words from my mouth. I went through all of this and write this down here just to make sure now, because I know I was going to get the bathroom break. So I had to make sure you're keeping up now, keeping up. What I was looking at though, 99.7. Just now I want to verify because I did send out the solutions. Solutions update. No, this is the updated solutions. Mistaken solutions, boys. Yeah, this question was, and that's why I had a mistake here, I think too. Because I used 4.2 here. Or it's supposed to be 2.1. Because they asked you to find the surface area now. The external surface area of the cylindrical tank. I updated this mistake. One of my tutors pointed out this mistake to me. And the online class, one of the tutors who's correct all the people with pointed out this error to me. And I updated this one. And I think we was having some contention with this one. But yes, this should be divided by 2 as well. I feel like I am in a dream with school. So you're speeding. Yeah, so this is the same thing. Oh, let me explain the surface area question. I just have a mistake there. That's my son. The external surface area, you want to think of it like the web. So if I unravel this, you should know how toilet paper look like because all your parents went and buy all the toilet paper in the supermarket. So you unravel the roll, so that's a rectangle, and you have the 2 tops, that's circles. So if you want to find the surface area, did they say the top was open? So we're assuming that everything closed up, right? There's a closed tank, like it's not open on the top tank. The external surface area, you need to find for 2 circles and for 1 rectangle. So let me see what we do over here. Let me see the big piece of mistakes that's put on here. Again, you see some mistakes here, boy. Normally, so the mistakes in maths is be few and far between. In pure maths, it's come a little faster. Those in my pure maths class will be, I'm trying to get this. Alright, so I can't fix this now because I don't open up Microsoft Word and open it back now. So note there's an error here. I'm gonna highlight this. I just learned how to highlight things. Boom. And there's an error here. Boom. And there's an error here as well. Let's see how we do this. 2 times the area of the circle. So 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. And what I did was I do some factorizing here, but you could work it out separately. You could just substitute everything separately. And the question said to use pi as 3.14. 3.14. Yeah, so just this should actually be 2.1 and this should be 2.1. And once I all again. Now we just plug this in and see what's happening. 2 by 3.14 by 4.2 by 4. I put the 4.2, yes. 2.1. 2.1 by 2.1 plus. Now I just do a little factorizing here. 7.2, but it should work out to give you the same answer. So send the mock exams number 1 in the students hub. Now the mock exam number 1 have some the mock exams number 1 was done by a teacher in Jamaica. That my online class did. And there were some things in it. I mean, it was hard because I used that mock exam to help prepare them for Jan. And there were some things in our mock exams that not really the style of the testing for the trends now, how they will test for this could be an actual exam, the actual exam. But he used some wrong mark schemes and things. So 4.2, 2.1, 2.1 plus and you get 122.6. So yeah. Zion, give me a break now, man. The scale on a map is this. Alright, so this is one math question. See this question? This is a question that people get wrong a lot because they just get wrong a lot, right? The scale on a map is that. Determine the actual area. Determine the actual area in kilometers squared represented by the area of 2.5 and only 3 marks for this, but this is a deadly 3 marks. It's looking simple, but it's a deadly 3 marks. So the scale is 1 to 500,000. That is a linear scale. You know what linear means? Like if you're talking one length, here, you're going to 500,000 there on the map. So 1 is represented by 500,000. Like a line. So like if you want the distance from tongue A to tongue B and it turned out to be 10 centimeters on the map, in real it's 10 times 500,000 centimeters. And then you just divide by, well, centimeters to kilometers is what? Forget, 100,000, right? Centimeters to kilometers. You divide by 100,000 and you get your answer in kilometers. But they want you to go from kilometers squared, centimeters squared. So if you need to use the scale with squared, you need to actually square up this. You're going to be dealing with some big numbers by the end, it will boil down to a proper looking number. If they ask you for area, and this normally comes like this question, this is just a squeezing here. It could be like a squeezing, or it could be the whole long question where they give you the map and they draw the squares and do that, and at the end of the question they ask you something related to area. I always want you to remember, if you're thinking about an area, you want to work in squares, right? For this reason, watch what will happen in here. If this is 1 and this is 1, this is, what's the length here? Length here is 2. Length here is 2. But although the area here is 1, the area went to 4. So the area squares, but the length goes linear, right? So wherever the scale is, and this is like the scale here will be 1 to 2, but the real scale for area is 1 to 4 or 1 to 2 squared. Why is in the chat if you understand what I'm trying to say? And I'll show you how it works practically just now. If it went to 3, what happened in here? The scale is 1 to 3, but the real scale where area is concerned is 1 to 3 squared, because this is actually 9. So like if they tell you the area of this is 1, you might be tempted to say that the area of the triangle is, the area of the new shape is 3, or the area of the real thing is 3. But it's actually, and the reason I'm saying that is because I feel like 95% of the students just get this wrong and it always product error. I feel like most students just get this wrong. And they just bring this question back and they just complain that most students getting this wrong, right? So square up your thing. So let me see how that will look in this question. Oi, so this linear scale, I went through a long explanation here so you can understand what's happening. The linear scale is 1 to 500,000. The area scale is 1 to 500,000 squared. The conversion relationship between the cm squared and kilometer squared. So we do that one time. 100,000 centimeters is 1 kilometer. You should just know that off the bat though, because this conversion comes a lot in the multiple choice questions. So you need to know that theme for your multiple choice questions. I mean, we'll be doing some multiple choice questions themes in the crash course. So 100,000 by 100,000. You understand what I'm doing here? This is cm squared now, so I square this and I square this. So 1 cm squared is actually all of this coming over here, the 1. 1 divided by 100,000 by 100,000. So this is 1 times 10 to the power of 10. Right? So when you look at this, I want you to practice doing this question. When you get this in the student hub, try and do this question by yourself and see if you can follow along with the solution and get the answer. So on the map, convert into kilometers squared now. So now that you have your 2 scales that you need to use. They say what is 2.25 centimeters squared on the map? 2.25 centimeters squared is actually 2.25 by 10 to the minus 10 kilometers squared. And now if we're using the area scale, you need to multiply this by 500,000 squared to get the real area on the map, which is 56.25 kilometers squared. Now you see what happened here? You'll be dealing with some whack numbers, but you'll always boil back down to something that makes sense. And I'm going to waste more time explaining this. Look out for it in the student hub. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so the question 7 is the last question in section 2. So you normally get some kind of pattern, some kind of drawing thing, and this one is you normally get AP. For those who do not maths, you know what I mean by that, the arithmetic progression. You notice how it's going up consistently, like 2. Now you get 2, 2, you get 2, 2, 2, and next 2 going and come here, you need to draw that next figure. So draw the 4th figure, 3 marks. You draw the 4th figure, I think it's 3 marks. No, last year they didn't bring this like this. Last year, go and look at last year paper. They bring something, and that was like the final straw. That was like the straw on the camelback for last year paper. Because last year paper started off the first 2, 3 questions like food by food, and then it just went downhill after that. Anybody here do last year exams? It just went downhill. So sometimes they could bring question 7 different. In fact, they could bring question 7 any way they want. But this is the normal way they bring it. With 3 diagrams and you figure out the next diagram. Excuse me, nose getting stuff. You figure out the next diagram. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then examine and complete the table. So each row relates to one of the figures, blah, blah, blah. Some of the rows have been not included. So 1, number of blocks, 2, perimeter 6. 1, 2, and the perimeter is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks for the second figure. But the perimeter is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perimeter is 10. And you could go ahead and do that, and you could count, or you could start to learn the pattern that's going on here. You're seeing length by breadth for the area of the rectangle. I did. Somebody asked something, somebody living in the past, surface area. This is length by breadth. This represents length by breadth. You understand? That's a good question. Because remember when you draw the web, that's a good question. Just paying attention. Who asked that question? So stop touching your nose. Well, actually, I didn't leave my house in a long time. So I think I was home whole day yesterday and whole day today. So and I just healthy here. But yeah, I should practice to stop touching my nose. But you are doing explaining why that this is actually length by breadth. This is the circumference of the circle, and remember this is like we back to the toilet paper roll earlier. Remember the toilet paper roll? We imagine if we cut it here and we unravel it out. We cut it there and we unravel it out, right? This is the back. We cut it and unravel it out. You're going to get a rectangle. So what is the length of the rectangle? This is the length. You already know that this is like the height. So this part covered. So this really represents the length. And why does that represent the length? Because that is the diameter. So that's the diameter. So the diameter is 2 pi r. Okay, put 2 pi r and still come back and write 4.2 again. So the error here is that these numbers should be 2.1. Next question. Yeah, so the answers for this now. So what you're gonna do, and this is one of my best videos that I have up as well. You're searching Cohen Springer. This topic is called Investigation, Series and Sequences. Look up Cohen Springer, Series and Sequences, Investigation, and yeah, correct. So and you get the explanation to how to do all these styles of question. Like it can come one way and it can come the hard way. I address that as well. So this is, I think this is the easy way because you see it going 2 to 4. That's going up by 2. So this one gonna be 8. And this one going up by what? By 4s. So this one will be 18. But what about if they say 10? Nobody had no time to come and count down all of this. So what I normally do is go to the m here one time. And since I know it's going up by 2, there'll be 2m plus something. So 2 by that. It's just 2m. It's just 2m. So here stands for 2m. You understand what I'm saying? 2m. You see the answer there? Because if this is m, this is 2 times m. If 3, this is 6. This is 4. And now this one, it's going up by 4. So I need to put 4 in front of the m. And how you're going to figure out the next number to put here is by watching this. So 4 by 1 is 4, and I need to reach 6, so I add 2. 4 by 2 is 8, and I need to reach 10, so I add the same 2. 3, 12, 2, 14, 4, 16. You understand? Excuse. So to work out this is 10 by that, you know, you can just substitute and free maths. The hardest thing is to be doing this kind of back work in here. This kind of back work in here is be the little tough part. Because they gave you the 50 this time. So the trick you want to do is take away the 2 from 50 first. And you'll get 48. Then divide the 48 by the 4. Because it's like you're working backwards and like the inverse. So 50, take away the 2 is 48. Divided by the 4 is 12. And then you can go the 12 by 2 to get the 24. Why is in the chat if you know how to do this question? If you don't, look up Cohen Springer Investigation. Let me keep moving. What's the time, boy? 1 hour and 24 minutes. My voice shredded. Good workout. From good, yeah, blessings. For some reason, we always get a contingency. I see it in the statistics. There's always a contingency of students from India. All your students do not play unless they take maths from any section of the internet, and they reach in the Caribbean section of the internet and cleaning up maths. Alright, so given f of x is equal to 3 minus 8x minus 2x squared, for the equation above, identify C, the coefficient of x to the power of 0. Let me get that. Let me get this on here. So we have 3 more questions to do. For those who don't know, remember, hey, let me see if I can do it like this just for kicks. Boom. Yes. Remember, your maths exam is divided 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 7. Like one section, and then the last section is 8, 9, 10. And this is relations, functions, and graphs. This is your, and coordinate geometry. This is your circle geometry and trigs. This is your vectors and matrices, right? And these are the hard sultans. Like in trigs here, you're going to get bearings or angle of elevation or a hard triangle that you'll have to use the sine and cosine rule, or you'll have to use some sectors. And you're going in deep. Yeah, you're going in deep here. And this is the vectors and matrices, which is normally straightforward. The amount of stuff I do on vectors and matrices is very high. And this is the relation functions and graphs, which normally includes one out of these: coordinate geometry, some kind of linear programming, it's coming, motion graphs. So coordinate geometry, parabola, quadratics, deep, some kind of linear programming, or motion graphs. I think it's one other thing that I'm forgetting. Like if you get inverse functions and things, functions itself, that not really is coordinate geometry. I'm not really completing the square. Right, so we into number 8. So given here is this f of x thing, and I want you to find c, the coefficient of x to the power of 0, which is 3. That is the number by itself. X to the power of 0 is 1. And write f of x in the form this. So I'll complete this square for that. Why isn't it as if you know how to complete this square? One of the top 3 hardest things to do for your CSEC exam. Completing the square, bearings, next one as well. I forget what's the next side. Or circle geometry. Those are like the top 3 that students lose the most marks in and complain about as well. I am always saving the life. Save the life by stepping out. Yeah, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. So somebody did complete the square and ended up with negative 2x plus 2. Raika, what's up, my brother? Plus 2 to the square plus 11. Let's double check that. So I went through the whole process here. This method is the natural factorizing method where you create the perfect square. There's also the formula method, and I have videos on how to do that. So the first thing you do is factorize all the negative 2 out of the first 2 terms. Then you include a term here, which would make it a perfect square. To get this number, divide this number by 2 and square it. Divide this number which you got here, which stands for b and a, and 2 and square it. You put in that number. To explain this now is a whole class, like 2 hours. So don't expect me to explain this now. And you factorize now x plus 2. And yeah, because once you create the perfect square, you could just say half of this number here comes here. So x plus 2 to be squared, and negative 2. So using the formula method, yes, you can do that. Where this number, you can just figure out what this number is by saying that this number is negative b on 2a. And this number here is, there's two formulas you can use, which is the same thing. He's saying c minus a using h. Oh, people. All right, that's cool. C minus, it is my, what is, so we can't see. Wait now, I explained that whole thing and I can't see, but the heck. Oh God, we can't see. All right. And I really talking and oh gosh, how come I didn't see that, boy? You know why? The chat freeze here, boy. Gosh, Chat freeze on this side. So when I watch this chat, I see all the back and the lap. Explain this again. Woo! So negative 2 x squared minus 8x. We factorize only negative 2 out of the first two terms earlier. And then this number, you get half of that number and you square it. Half of that number, half of that number, and you square it, it sneaks in here. That's how you create a perfect square. That's why I call it completing the square, making a square. So it's x squared plus 4x plus 4. So this divided by 2 squared, 2, go through look at my video on completing the square. I know a lot of people will get problems with this. I already see the ends in the chat. So it's still are people who live in the past saying that they can't see it. Alright, so x plus 2 to be squared is when you factorize this. And the short answer is we just take half of that. So somebody did the formula method, and I was explaining that just now when I realized that I wasn't seeing nothing. This is minus b on 2a, and the h, what am I going to, boom, the h, right. So remember, it's in the form that the k could be written as c minus b squared on 4a. Or you could say, so this is one way you could look at k, or you could say 4ac minus b squared on 4a. Some people learn it like that, 4a. You could say that, or somebody just say some kind of thing. I must not remember your name, but what you're really doing here for me. So switch. So somebody just said another option where b squared negative b on 4a. So where they put in this thing here, but I don't recommend that. So you can, especially if you're using the formula method, you might just want to use these numbers here. That might just type some people. But whatever float your boat, if you have this luck and you're not making no mistakes in your sign, because you need to practice this, because one of the champion thing is making mistakes in signs in this. If you have a method, stick with your method, bro. Just make sure you're collecting all the marks and you're stating all that you're supposed to state. The next part was asking you to state the coordinates of the turning point xy. Coordinates of the turning point xy. Once you complete the square, you're going to be asked some questions. And these questions, you see how much marks come in here? So it's important that you know how to complete the square in the first place. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to answer all the remaining questions. And you will just fail that question. Understand? So completing the square is one of those dangerous questions where you start off at the top, and if you couldn't start at the top, you can't finish. That's a problem. So you must know how to complete the square by the hook or the crook before exam time. State the coordinates of the turning point x. So the coordinates of the turning point, this is, and all right, take a break, take a break. Done, man, and everything. So, free. Alright, where you going, man? Before you get tired. So fed up myself, so let me start again. How you access the student hub? Yeah, we're going to get that just now. So we'll put the link for the student hub, right? Cool. Let me finish now, we're nearly done. I'll speed through the rest. The solution to everything here would be on the student hub, right? Now I sleep away. My nose, everything was stuffing up there, but I needed to go and clear my nose. So the coordinates of the turning point, yeah, so negative h key. Negative h key. Negative h key. So the value of negative h and k. And the reason for that is when you substitute. I can't go through all the reason for it. Negative h and k is the maximum. Is the turning point, and it's a maximum. The reason why it's a maximum, did you see to state that it's a maximum? Is because the coefficient of x squared is negative. So solve the equation in part. Oh, see this is the nastiest. To me, this is the nastiest part as a student for completing this way. Like these kind of questions, you just substitute and you get your answer, right? This part, you need to actually go and solve it, and let me show you how we do that very quickly. So you're starting off here with what you have, and you're equating this to 0. So you're starting off there and equating that to 0. You bring across the 11, you bring across the 2, you find the square root. You see how disgusting it can get. And this is part of your CSEC syllabus. That is why this is one of the harder questions. And negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 11 and 2. So your answer, when you plug this in your calculator, you will either get this answer here or that answer there. If that looks hell of a confusing to you, I can't explain it right now, but look up Cohen Springer completing the square and get some knowledge in your system in completing the square. Then practice some questions on it. Boom. Somebody say, is that a cough? Sketch the graph of f of x clearly showing the turning point, the axis of symmetry, and the y-intercept. So this was the sketch of the graph. The key to sketching the graph. Now I'll show you how I sketch this graph. It might look easy here, or it might look hard to some people. Some people it might look easy too. I don't want you to think it's easy because it's not easy, and I don't want you to think it's hard because it's not hard. Because what did I just say? Sketch the graph of f of x. So what you're gonna do is look at this to sketch the graph, right? And we have some key points already. So you know that it's a maximum curve because the coefficient of x squared was negative. So you know this is the coordinates of the minimum point, negative 2, 11. And you know it cuts at these two values here, right? So this is what I will do. I will just do this. I know the negative 2, 11 is the minimum point. So I already started to visualize it somewhere up here. It's a sketch, right? And the x coordinates was, one is the negative like about negative 4, blah, 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 blah. And one is like about 0.3, blah, 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 blah. So this is the graph I want. So what I'll do now is just come and draw my axis to start off. I do my little sketch of the sketch first, and then I just do so. I ain't putting no values. Once it's a sketch, you don't need to put no values yet. You draw your thing and you make, because you know why you're doing this. You want your curve to look sweet. This is always get your curve to look sweet. Then you just come in now and put in your pretend values now, because bam, you're writing the value, so it's not drawn to scale. The sketch you don't need to have like actual scale gradations here. It's a sketch. So you put in your number here, negative whatever that was. You put in your number here, and you put in your coordinates of the minimum point there. What did this include in the graph? Let's go back to the solutions. How is do that? Showing the turning point, the axis of symmetry, and the y-intercept. So you need to work out the y-intercept. To work out the y-intercept is very simple. You look at the original equation and substitute x equals 0 in that, which would just be the number by itself. You remember that the number by itself was 3? And you remember that? It was here. Remember that? Y equal ax squared plus bx plus c, y-intercept. So that's it. The axis of symmetry is this line that drawn straight down the center here. Quadratic formula. So you're freezing. Alright. So we have, whoa, somebody living in the somebody living in the past. Watch Keisha Antoine comment there. Boy oh boy, she started the live and it probably pulled her back all day. Have some fun, have some fun. You have a lot of fun to go through. It's be so easy to watch the live in the live, but to watch the live after the live, you know, it's hard to sit up with some coffee and really get into it because they can't really take part. The graph below represents the speed of a car. This is the last of this. The graph below represents the speed of a car from one street light to another, determining total distance. So the maths exam, you see, now the maths exam is this is why it's important to practice the entire maths exam because it's a lot. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes sit down doing maths. Determine the total distance the car traveled in 25 seconds. Distance in a speed time graph. How do you work out the distance in a speed time graph? Why the minimum on top? It's not a minimum, it's a maximum because the coefficient of the x squared term was negative. So it's a maximum. That's right. So how you work out the distance? That's the next question. Oh, that's just it. So that's why I work out the distance here. So very simple. The distance is the area under the graph, which is the area of a trapezium. Half the sum of the parallel sides multiplied by the perpendicular distance between them. Half of the 25 plus 10. How did I get 25? This here is 25 from 0 to 25. And from 10 to 20 is 10. So that's the sum of the parallel sides. Half of that multiplied by the distance between them. The distance between them is 16. So if you have a speed time graph, and you can look up this Cohen-Springer speed time graph, Cohen-Springer distance time graph, you can get the information on that. This is how you find the distance. Now, this is like the bare minimum they could give in this question. They could make this the entire question and then just do a little check-up thing when you complete it. They can bring it in different ways, right? Look out for the next mock exam, maybe next week. I'll have that up. Question 9. The diagram below not drawn to scale shows a circle, the points P, Q, and R. So I think there was a problem in this. You know what? I'm going to skip this question. The solution is here. Alright, I think I fixed the problem in the last update. Alright, so determine the value of each of the following angles. Show detail working where necessary. And give RQS. What's the reason? Find RQS. RQS. What is the angle of RQS? State your reason why. What is the value of RQS and state your reason why? We're really going on with the darkest way. Google hide your comment because it's just repeated words. Yes, good old kinematics. I say circle theorem. Did I say circle theorems? Yeah. Somebody said 62. How did you get 62? Me check. And 62 is correct. How did you correct? With a key. How did you get ooh, I can move the mouse with this too. What else can I do with this? There's more to this than meets the eye. How did you get the 62? Angles in a triangle add up to 180, and this was 28, and this one across here is 90. So you need to state that this one is 90. The one with the solutions will be posted. The one without the solutions will be posted as well. The one without the solutions already posted. It's already on the forum. And I want a forum to be for all Caribbean students. So you can share. Right now it's open. Once you're a student, we go and invite some random person to come in the thing. No. Once I figure out it's not a student, they will get banned. So 28, this is 90, and you need to state that how you get this to be 90. Angles in a semicircle I have to is 90 degrees, right? Angles in the because QS is the diameter. They said that QS is the diameter. So this is 90. So if this is 90 and this is 28, this will have to be. That brilliant people out here, but RPS now. How are we going to get RPS? How are we going to get RPS? Somebody already said already. So we got RQS to be 62. Angles in a triangle equal 180. This is, you see, the next good thing about these solutions are I write it in the way that I need to write it to get the marks. So sometimes when I'm teaching online, I just work out the question and not write it down nicely for you now. So you can watch through the solutions. You want to state your reasons. And if it's 2 reasons, you need to state the 2 reasons. Like some people didn't mention this reason just now. Right? So it's 180 take out the 90 plus 20. And the next one is going to be 62 as well. You know why? Because this is the Bonnier's thing. And look up Cohen, Springer, and circle theorems if you're getting problem with this. So this is the Bonnier's thing. I'll be saying look up videos. Don't think I short circuit in here. If I look to explain everything, as I said, we'll be here whole day. Right? But I'm explaining briefly. Those who revising will be able to catch if they don't understand. Those who not revising, they need to go and look up the whole video and learn that. Right? So this is 62. This is the Bonnier's one. So across here will be 62 as well. 62, 62. This is where you have angles subtended from the same, let's call this, chord in the same segment are equal. Angles subtended from a common chord in the same segment are equal. So I write it in the most shortest way, that I can write it here. So it's 62 one time. And the last one that they wanted us to find was, don't peep the answer, PST. PST. So find PST. How are we going to find PST? How are we going to find PST again? After this, we have one more question to do and we're done. And then, oh gosh, I'll be in the student hub. We need to find some kind of quick game that we can play in the student hub. Right? Let's to relax after all these lives. Like a game that I can play on that not too distracting. You understand? Anyway, I can just talk. Yeah, just all talking me. And I will share the 2 links. The 2 links, the past paper and the past paper solution. It will be the CSEC math thread. Boy! I really don't know how I find that. How I find that way. This angle here. We could get this angle here. Yeah, we could get this angle here. We can figure out this angle here. We already know this angle is 62. We can figure out what this one is. And consequently, we can figure out what this one is right here. From here to here. PSQ. And if you can figure out this angle and this angle, we can figure out that angle here. That's the only way I really see now to do that question. So, what kind of answers are they getting? 52 or 53? It had to be one, it can't be the next one. So, how many subjects you got and what you got in maths? I did 10 subjects. Back in my days, they allowed us to do 10. And yeah, they only allowed us to do 10. And I did 2 in Form 4 and 8. Takes so long to add 2 and 8 together. And 8 in Form 5. And obviously, I got a distinction in maths. So, gosh, maths. So, angles in a triangle 180 minus, so 37. So, I got this to be 37. I think that's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do. So, I get this to be 37. Then I get it to be 53 here. So, this one I figured that this was 53. So if this is 37, 28 and 62 minus that to just, I hope you all understand what I'm saying. You can check through the answers after any students have. So you get a 53, somebody say 52 or 53, you do it in your mind. Yeah, so it's 99. Yeah, so great. So you add up these two and you get 99. Oh yeah, I remember, and I remember I'd come and fix this question. Like it was getting an answer here that wasn't reflecting a obtuse angle because I put in wrong answers, wrong numbers here. So I fixed the question up. Nice one, yeah, it's correct. 99. So 99 is the answer. We near the end. We near the end. My boy shredded. Evelyn conducted an experiment to determine the height of a flat pole. Oh gosh, them flat pole question. Measuring the length of Fs and Fp, which is the distance of the base of the flat pole, to the spot on the ground where support wires are connected. She then measured the angle FSV and FPT. The same commutator diagram, alright, thank the Lord. These questions need a commutator diagram, otherwise it's too much visualization there. So this is your flat pole FT. FPST, they give you that angle is 59. This is X. FS. So this is a question that could come for your exam. And as I remember, I was telling you all, brace for the way, say. Proving identities in that maths. All of that coming in. It coming, bro. It coming. So 6.2 S. Why it is view? Okay. All of that, blah 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 blah. Ground is horizontal. Find the height of the pole. Find FT. So you need to look for a triangle that could give you FT. FT, unless you need a triangle that FTS could use. It had a question on this like about 15 years ago that make you draw all these triangles separately. That was a bacchanal question where they make you draw FST, FPT, and FPS and draw them and they make you work out on them. That very likely won't come. Yeah, Deepak Singh, that's what we do. So FS is 6.2. This is 65. So what trigonometric ratio we're going to use to find FT here? If you have this angle here, you know that this here will have to be a right angle too. It's horizontal. So this is your angle, this is your adjacent, and you're trying to find the opposite. So you're going to use, what trigonometric ratio you're going to use to figure out FT? Hence determine the value of X. Well, you see, once you find FT now, you can segue back down this direction and figure out X. You understand what I'm saying? Because you find FT, so you can look at this triangle as this is the opposite to this angle and figure out the adjacent. And you're going to use the same tan here. Somebody say cos. Tan, please. We're using some tan out here. When you're using cos, if you're seeing a hypotenuse, because remember cosine, remember it's SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over adjacent. So you're using tan. And what is the distance? PS, this little distance in the middle here. The best thing to use for PS now, after you just figure out X, and you're feeling good about yourself, you just figure out your X, you know. All are we trying to figure out the X out here? Ooh, that was a joke. Like the fella who busted the joke earlier. It's time to end this live. The joke's not getting better. So X, 6.2. X and 6.2. Once you have these two here, what do you think you're going to use? You have two sides of a right angle triangle. You see, FPS is a right angle triangle. You have the two sides of a right angle triangle and you're trying to find the third side. What are you going to use? So sometimes the question in, you notice they didn't use sine rule or cosine rule here, and plenty people is bracing for sine rule or cosine rule. Every now and then they bring something like this. Every now and then they bring something like this, where you're not using the sine rule or cosine rule, you're just using trigs and the trigonometric ratio very cleverly. Or they might actually find the area of the triangle and you might have to use half AB sine theta, that formula, if you know what I'm talking about. So let's see the answers now. So you use tan, find out what FT is, you just have to rearrange, you get 13.3. Then you use tan again in reverse. I'll leave out a line here. My apologies. Oh no, I didn't. So it was tan of 59. I didn't need to do tan inverse. This one, I didn't need to use any tan inverse here because they gave us the angle. Like if they wasn't giving us the angle, it's tan inverse, great. And then for the distance, using Pythagoras theorem, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, PS. I didn't show PS squared is equal to thing. I just split it in this way one time and I showed the square root. and you get the 10.11. All answers expressed in 2 decimal places. Did they ask that? I don't know. I put that. Yes, the 2 decimal places. They asked that. Look out for that. In these questions, they'll normally tell you how to express your answers there because you'll normally get decimal points for these answers. Next question, we finally reached the last question. Thank you, Lord. Who told me to do this past week away? How long will it take? 2 hours and 5 minutes. And it's 2 hours and 40 minutes to do a paper. And we talk in between and take break and all kind of thing. ABCD is a parallelogram where M is the midpoint of DC. AB is P, AD is 3Q. AD is 3Q. Complete the diagram using the information above. You know a scholar. You know a scholar? A scholar 3 marks. You need to write 2 things for it. M, midpoint, sorry, 3 things. M, the midpoint, write the 3Q, and write the P. Walk away. Walk away looking like a boss. Yeah, well, you always have people who is trolling. You always have a little troll people, trollers who press dislike and thing. But don't study that. Once you have a certain amount of likes and thing, you get to go. I am a Form 4 student and bearings are very complicated. Also using cosine and sine to find lengths and angles, it was hell. I am a very excellent, but bearings is hell. Yeah, but I had the plug for bearings, boy. I have the plug for bearings. After years and years of teaching it, I know how to teach it to get in the mind of students. So when we touch down on bearings, either in the crash course, if you're in the crash course, or coming closer to the exams, I might do some free videos on bearings. You can be that game. But you can look up current spring and bearings right now. That's a short video. But to explain so that you understand it, we can be killing that. Complete the diagram using the information above. So you see I put in the P and the 3Q. AD is 3Q. I put in the directions. I put in the M thing. Find the values of AM in A to M in terms of P and Q. Well, if this is 3Q, you're going from A to M, right? So this is 3Q, and then you're going up halfway. So this is plus half P. Yeah, Keishan, shout out. So 3Q plus half P. You get that? Find the value of AM in terms of P and Q. A to M was here. 3Q plus half P. Why? Are you even good? Well, Steve, I don't know if I'm good, but I noticed that my question with the capital letters and write the rest of this. I write the rest of the sentence with the common letters. I'm good that way. And I mean, English is not my strong point. So if I can do that, I can live. Steve Stangler, are you even good? That's the answer. Are you even good question? A is equal, find the value of. Alright, so we're going into the last bit here. Find the value of 2a. 2a. So 2a, 2 by a, put 2 in front of everything. Put 2 in front of everything. Right? So, that's it. B inverse, that's the whole procedure, 1 over the determinant by the adjoint. 1 over the determinant by the adjoint. So B inverse is you need to find the determinant. You know, just I put 2 in front of everything for this one, right? I cannot speed in through. Sorry. AD minus BC. Shots fired. Shots. AD minus BC. D negative B. This is how you call your adjoint now. So the determinant is a number. The adjoint is like a shake of the matrix. You train some negative. You swap the A and the D. And we end up with this and this. So it's 1 over the determinant by the adjoint, and you'll end up with this answer here. Now you can leave it like this if you plan on doing things in the future. But the best thing to do is put everything over the negative 2. So 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. And you just put the rest over negative 2. So that's what we have here. That's what we have here, B inverse. Last 2 questions to go. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. So 2a plus b inverse, you just add the two together, right? That's 3 marks. That's a 3 marks question there. Provided that you got the b inverse and the 2a correct. So what students get frightened with is that they say find 2a and they see letters here, and some students have an aversion to thinking that an answer could be just like this. I mean, not math students, not pure math students. By that time they reach there, you realize you could probably do, like in university, we used to do whole exams and not use the calculator once because it didn't have much arithmetic, but you're feeling still. Although so a lot of the time you'll get answers that just have a letter in it. Don't let that frighten you. So they say 2a, put 2 in front of them letters, and don't be afraid. That's the answer. B inverse, we had numbers, so we got this answer. Well, this answer, cool. And now they say 2a plus b inverse, which means that you're putting 2p plus the negative 1. The 2r plus the negative 3, you understand? So you're going to get this answer here. I could have put one more line here. I kind of skip a line there. I could have put the line where I had the 2a plus the b inverse up and then show them join together. And you notice this is the answer. I didn't find out anything. I didn't get no 1, no 2, no 3. I just stopped right there. That's the answer. You get your marks right there. Now, if this is to find the value of PQ and R and S, given that 2a plus b inverse is equal to C, which is this, now you want to do some equating. Or you can solve it like an equation when you're bringing across things. So I'm going to put the link to the student hub here. I'm going to rush the student hub, jump on that. I'm going to upload the paper and the solution, jump on that. So the last part of this mock exams, you equate the two together. So you notice they're taking the same thing and equating it to C. Equate just means you're going to equate literally means whatever is in this spot must be equal to whatever is in that spot. That is a topic called equivalent matrices. And that is tested a lot in CSEC. It's a very easy thing, but it's tested a lot. So 2p minus 1 is equal to 5. 2p minus 1 is equal to 5. You work out what p is, you understand? I do it separately so you can kind of clearly see it. 2q minus 2 is equal to negative 2. Work out that. 2r is equal to that. So the solution will have one error in it. So I'll need to just fix that error before I post it. Remember, we got the error in the... Remember, you all made that error. With the diameter, 2s minus is equal to 3. So you just post that there, you just put that there. Alright, why is in the chat? I am so tired. Anybody else here from start to finish? If you're here from start to finish, let me know. I'm good to have you in a 2 hour and 15 minute live. Hopefully we can do a next one like this next week. This is a lot of different topics all together squashed. I'm sure that people who watch over this live will appreciate it as well. And they could always join. Now the link that I'm going to post here, it's going to fall off. I'll post the link as soon as I finish and talk a little. I know I had to talk a little bit. Oh gosh, come on. Invite people, copy. Maybe before I do that, I should just show you the student hub first. The reason why I want everybody to read the rules. Me and my brilliant ideas, am I? Reading the rules. Doom. Now I Discord not allowing me to record it. So that's because for safety reasons. Alright, I wouldn't post it because that names and thing here too. When you're inside you will see. But make sure and read the rules. The first thread, make sure and read the rules. When you jump in, don't go and ask for no random past papers. It are real past papers inside. You just scroll up and look for your past papers. Now, if people will help you, now real students, you ask for a past paper, they'll try your best and get fair, but still don't take advantage. Look for your past papers, use the search option, and read the rest of the rules. Something else important I was going to say. Yes, sir, we appreciate it. But I find this channel very interesting and helpful. Blessings. Since there's schedule for your videos. The schedule is kind of every day right now. You call that the let me see this properly. COVID-19, the COVID-19 schedule. Can't feel my neck. Alright, yes, so remember when you're watching over videos, I'm going to post the link now. Copy. To always skip ahead and think. The screen gone black. I'm back. Alright, so I need to sign into chat. Sorry about the black screen. And they start to talk ridiculousness now. So I'm going to post the link to the Discord server now, but before I post it, anything else I'll say, boy? Those who haven't yet followed me on Instagram at Kerwin Springer, look up any of the crash courses on my Instagram. Sign up by typing in number you see, WhatsApp any number you see there. I may not be able to do the camp tonight. We did 2 hours in maths, that was good enough. That's the Discord server there. Will you jump on that? The back one tips to get box lunch. Right now, they're taking names of students. I think the ministry actually doing that in Trinidad. And so stop touching your face so much. At home for the last 2 days, and when I tell you, my wife is Lysol on everything. She's Lysol on everything. So what are your impressions on doing pure maths and applied maths? Plenty of people is do that. You know, if you're good in maths, do it. That boss you promised with you along. Nah, Gio, I don't know when I come to treat that Gio. Wednesday, I did. I have a habit of just saying yes to everything. Yeah. We're too tired for that camp right now. Maybe you might get back some energy. And yeah, anyhow, sign up to the Discord. You have to use a verified email. And until next time. How do you close this slide? CXC wouldn't cancel it, would postpone it.